Hey, what's up guys? We haven't had a facts video for quite some time, so I figured I'd release one for you guys today. And also, before the video starts, I'd just like to tell you all that I recently held my first ever live stream, and it was a complete success, and at one point we reached the #1 spot for streaming RuneScape at the time, so I'm very happy with how everything went down, and I definitely plan to make streaming a regular thing, so if you guys would like to follow me on Twitch, I will begin streaming quite often because I have loads of free time, and I love doing it. I also post updates on when I might be streaming on my Twitter account if you guys would like to follow me, or just see when I am actually going to be streaming again. With all that info out of the way, let's get the countdown started. Number 10. Have you guys ever noticed that there is no true guild in RuneScape for smithing? Well, you guys know the Blast Furnace minigame, right? The Blast Furnace minigame was actually created by accident, apparently, and it was in fact originally supposed to be a smithing guild. Number 9. You guys know the really old wallpaper background for RuneScape that had a skeleton and warrior on it whose names were Tim and Crunchy? Well, if any of you ever actually had the RuneScape official handbook, you may have noticed that the cover of the handbook is the same as this wallpaper art from so long ago, except for one distinction between the two. Tim the warrior on the wallpaper art actually looks a lot different than the warrior that's seen on the cover of the RuneScape official handbook. Number 8. Speaking of the old RuneScape wallpaper with Tim and Crunchy, have you ever noticed that Tim the warrior may or may not be holding at his side the leash to his pet rock? Number 7. The Black Knight Titan in RuneScape is literally one of the very few NPCs who have never had their appearance and design changed or altered in any way for over a decade. I wonder why that is. Number 6. When Duradel, the third most strongest Slayer Master in RuneScape 3, was asked by a player about Vanica, another Slayer Master, Duradel revealed that apparently Vanica was in fact a student of his, stating that, "My student Vanica may be strong and well armed, but what use is that when your first swing you've already been stabbed in the back by a lightning-fast creature? Besides, rune claws are just the ones I wear for teaching. I've got a special set few have ever seen back at my house for when I really mean business. Vanica knows this and would never ever want to challenge me again." Apparently Duradel, since he was out before their release, may have been referring to a pair of dragon claws, and what is interesting to me is the fact that Vanica, although he is level 146 on Tutorial Island, is apparently weaker than Duradel. So what combat level do you guys think Duradel really is? Number 5. Another interesting fact about Slayer Master Vanica is that apparently he resides on Tutorial Island not to help others, but because he is exiled. In issue number 14 of God Letters, Saradomin himself states, "It is somewhat of a pity that his glory days are behind him and his self-imposed exile to Tutorial Island is in place, for I would deeply desire to see him overcome his shame for past actions, to take up his place at the vanguard of my holy warriors once again." Perhaps he was exiled to Tutorial Island after his defeat by Duradel. Maybe this was the shame that Saradomin was speaking about. Number 4. Apparently Guthix is not a boy or a girl. Prior to the Grand Master quest The World Wakes, Guthix was believed to be genderless due to his age and affinity with balance since he has been around since the First Age. Guthix confirms this through the God Letters, stating that he lacks both gender and race due to him being a god. Number 3. Originally, the Oracle who resides on the top of Ice Mountain next to the Dwarven Mines was in fact a man in the older versions of RuneScape 2. However, in June of 2007, he was given a tent, a graphical makeover, and turned into a female. This means that the Oracle was the first NPC to ever switch their gender, excluding the makeover mage of course, who switches genders periodically. In RuneScape Classic, the Oracle is a woman, so she is the first NPC to switch gender twice also because of this. Number 2. Another interesting fact about the Oracle is that one of her phrases she states is that the Great Snake of Guthix guards more than she knows. And this could quite possibly be a reference to Juna, the snake that guards the Tears of Guthix cavern, because not only does she guard the Tears of Guthix, but she also guards unknowingly the Stone of Joss, aka the Fist of Guthix too. Number 1. Have you ever examined a rat in RuneScape? It says that they are a popular dwarven delicacy. This examine text is based off of the Discworld books, a comic fantasy book series by Terry Pratchett, who goes into great detail describing the ways that dwarves apparently eat rats. That's it for this countdown, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are all having a good day or night wherever you're at in the world. And once again guys, I do plan on streaming soon, and I did notice that a lot of you were disappointed that you missed it, and you told me to give you a heads up a little bit ahead of time for the next time that I I plan on streaming, so definitely check out my Twitter account regularly if you would like to know when I'm going to stream. You don't even have to follow me, as my Twitter account is set to public for everybody to see. Also, I'd like to thank these people who have donated recently. It really does mean the world to me, and you all have helped me so much. And whether you do or don't donate, you help me out just by simply watching my videos anyway, so thank you to all of you. That's all I've got for you guys today, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video or in the next stream. And I will talk to you guys later.